This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da.
Yo, what up, dope people? I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Keep the C No podcast. We truly appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, I got my original.
You got John.
To the right of me, I got
Vito.
And we have a special guest today. My guy.
Fame.
My guy. Fame. MuthaFNFame 267 on IG. What's up with you, Fame? What up, though?
I'm good.
If y'all don't know, if y'all don't see the shirt, that famous corner, the famous cartoon, this is the brains behind that. And also the star of it, man. Welcome to the show.
What's up? What's up?
What it look like, good brother? Appreciate the have you.
Yeah, I feel good. I
Okay.
thanks to
Yeah. He's activated already. And we just starting. Well, anyway, like the show we had with Rich Habits a couple weeks ago, this show is also special to me because I met Fame at a time where we was probably at a low point in our life. It's safe to say, right?
if you want to.
I mean, or a low point where we had to learn a couple lessons.
Yeah, you could say that. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So, he really bounced back. And just like I said to my man Rich, I just want to give you your flowers, bro, because I'm proud of you. Like, you know what I mean? You really working. You do the music.
It's all mutual. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here on your platform and shit. On your platform. I ain't
Well, it's still all love, man. Like,
Appreciate it.
For sure. Like, y'all, I see what you got going on. What y'all got going on. That's why I reached out originally. Like,
right.
yeah, I gotta come fuck with the guys.
Right. Ain't no
My
doubt.
fault. You could cuss on this, John?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sure, you know.
So I know before we start, I just wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the concept for the show?
Yeah, like we talked before, my niece came to me. She wanted to make a cartoon.
Okay.
So I look for an app, find an app that did it. Like, you could record yourself, edit it or whatever, make little cartoons.
Okay.
While I'm figuring out how to use it, she get distracted. You know how kids are. She
Right.
go run off. I'm like, yo, I got it. She don't even want to do it no more.
Right.
So I sit there and I start fucking with it and start, like I said, making myself laugh.
Right.
And then just posted it. And next thing I know, motherfucker said, where the next one at?
Right.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
I've been rocking and rolling my sons.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Oh.
this shit about to change people's lives.
Okay. Smack and Greedy, what's that about?
Smacking Greedy, that's my man, comedian Ms. Magic. We play like these hood undercover. Yeah, like, I got my job. I'm an undercover cop, but I got my job because I'm a piece of shit in the family.
Right.
Yeah, man. And my uncle, he a lieutenant or something. He like, just go to the police academy. You ain't got no record. I wound up being a cop.
Okay.
And, we just hood niggas, like real hood Philly cop undercovers and shit.
So y'all basically like regular cops.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
A little bit, but it's just some of the shit we doing.
They jumping on backs
Yeah,
and
we don't-
everything. Like chasing people.
Yeah, I mean, it's exaggerated. I say that. It's exaggerated like a motherfucker, but it's funny. Yeah, man.
And you also do music.
I did music.
You did as in done. It's over. No more music.
No, like, I'm gonna tie up all the loose ends. I got all the open-ended projects. Yeah, man. I'm gonna finish them, but I don't plan on really doing nothing else. Like, no projects for myself. But
Is it just because you got so much else going on? Or?
for sure. And when I think about, like, just looking at my life, all the drama shit came from rap. You know what I mean? All the niggas who got a problem with me, I got a problem with them is rappers. Like, it ain't no street shit or nothing. That shit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, rap
It's different.
is full of kind of, a bunch of weird motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think, was it Nori or somebody said that rap is the only genre of music where niggas gotta have beef with each other.
Yeah.
Just can't make music.
I really think, because rap is a bunch of broken individuals. I mean, we all come from a fucked up background. So,
Right.
probably not the one you would want to come from. And then mixed with drugs and testosterone.
And a whole bunch of people who
like,
sat around and watched the real
like,
people make moves. And they sliding using that same image.
Yeah.
This the type shit that happened with rappers. I could put, I only drink out of clear glasses. I can make a post that say that. You know what I mean? A bunch of rappers would go make an indirect joint, say some shit like, we only sip out of red cups or this. You know what I mean? For no fucking reason. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? That type shit. Rappers do that type shit.
But it's always been like that, though. I think just social media just enhanced it more. Because if you go back to DVD era and all that, niggas was getting punched on, niggas was getting guns pulled out on them. Now it's on social media, so now everybody can see it. So I could dish you in the post, and you like 3 blocks away, and then you like, all right, I'm going to come see you, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's different, though. Like a diss, that's, you know what's up. But some indirect sneaky shit, then when you go pull up, like, yo, what you talking about that red cup? Because I said the clear joint, nigga like, no, I ain't even see your joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that type shit be going on with this rap shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. So I wanted to ask y'all a question, right? Because shout out DJ Bugsy215. I do it for Hip Hop Podcast. He had put a post out where he named his 5 best, greatest storytellers in hip hop of all time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn, that's dope. So being as though he did that, I wanted to know, like, what was y'all 5 top story joints, like in a song. And just because I feel as though you gonna go left, I just got that energy.
You know how I'm coming.
I'm gonna let you set it off. Even though we got a guest there, I'm gonna let you set it off so Fame could feel what I be feeling when, you know what I mean?
Alright, well, my number 5 is Slick Rick, A Children's Story. You know, Slick Rick is one of the best storytelling boys out there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I went through between this and Mona Lisa, but this hit a little harder than that.
Okay.
My number 4 is Big, Got a Story to Tell.
Okay.
You know you can't go wrong with anything got big in it.
Right. Pause.
I don't pause. I'm grown. Number 3 is Nas. Now I was debating between One Love and this song, but I picked If I Ruled the World. And some might say that's not a storytelling song, but to me it is because he's telling the story as if he ruled the world, how would it be?
Oh, okay.
So I picked Nas, If I Ruled the World, number 3. My number 2 is DMX, Slippin'. He talk about when he was smoking that thing.
Yeah.
He was robbing niggas, running down on shit.
That's a good one, bro. I gotta give you credit for that one. That's a good one.
That's a classic. And my number 1 is Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby.
Oh.
And what also brought that to my attention, and I was on Instagram, and I seen you playing this shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't heard that shit in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back and listened to it, and I'm like, damn, Pac really was killing that shit. So I picked that as number 1. Brenda's Got a Baby.
Okay, all right. Respect. You want to go next, Fame?
I'll go next.
Who you got?
It ain't in no particular order.
But you got a number 1, right? As long as you got a number 1.
I mean, they all number 1s.
Nah, man.
I think all of them better than the list he just said.
Oh, okay. Shots fired. Well, what you got?
No, I got a story to tell.
Okay.
Regulators.
Okay, regular.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Damien.
Okay.
Hold. Let me cut you off for a second. I be trying to tell these boys about their DMX album. These boys be asleep.
Yeah.
Actually.
Them first 2.
Yeah, he don't get enough respect as a storyteller.
The second album, you said the song of the second album. I gave that props.
What, Slippin'?
That, yeah.
Yes. Where I'm at? 3.
You did 3, yeah.
Murder Was the Case.
That's another good John.
And Meet the Parents, Jay-Z John.
I thought Vito was gonna try to slip a J joint on there.
Jay got a couple, but
It's just something. I don't know. Meet the Parents, that was a high school John. Like, I was in high school when that came out.
Okay.
And I went to Northeast, so most of the chicks in Northeast was like, how I want to say, like green, like they wasn't really hip to the hood shit.
Right.
And when he said she was hanging out the window first time she seen him fight, that type of shit, I had a situation like that with one of them Joes, and it
was
turned her on. Yeah, like it changed shorty life.
Okay. What you got, John?
I'm all over the place with my list.
Always.
I'm always.
Always.
Number 5, I got a Lupe track, Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Okay.
Number 4, I got Tony Stories by Meek.
Good, John.
3, I got Renee, Lost Boys.
Okay.
2, Nas, Rewind.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, Big, I got a story to tell.
Dope less.
I think Renee the best story ever.
Yeah.
Jones.
Renee, my number 5. That's my number 5. Renee, Lost Boys. Shout out to the Lost Boys. Shout out Mr. Cheeks. Pause. Number 4, I had Brenda's Got a Baby. Tupac. Number 3, I got Big. I got a story to tell.
Okay.
Number 2, Nas. I Gave You Power.
Okay.
And my number 1, John. Shout out to Vito though. First of all, my honorable mention was probably Warning and One Love. But my number 1 song is a back-to-back, John. Nas, Rewind.
Yeah.
So I got him at 1 and 2 as my, and there's no bias.
all right. Well, let me say this. I thought about getting power, but something threw me off on that song when he said he had a 17-shot Desert Eagle. Ain't no such thing as 17-shot Desert Eagle.
Oh, that threw you off?
I mean, he might have a ladder or something.
I never heard no 17-shot.
So,
We can do an honorable mention.
yeah, go ahead.
Beans and Freeway Drake. I'm sitting in the crib, dreaming.
Oh, yeah.
That's
All right, well, let me do my honorable mention. A lot of y'all might not be hip to this, John, but Most Def, Miss Fat Booty. Class.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely honorable mention.
Yeah, that's definitely a dope, John. Who y'all got, people? Give us some of y'all joints. Again, shout out DJ Bugsy215. We appreciate y'all. John, what you wanted to tell us? I know you had some things going on, man.
Well, there's a lot of things going on with Scottie Pippen and a lot of controversy going on out there.
Right.
And I want to get y'all opinion on this. I mean, there's been certain articles. I'm going to read one off on one headline, and this was, you know what? Let me read even one off at TMZ. MJ used The Last Dance to outshine LeBron, and I was a prop. What do you feel about that?
Who you want to go?
Well, Fame, since you guys are...
MJ used Last Dance to outshine LeBron, and Pippen was a prop. So what?
Right.
Like, he was the best. He was a prop.
So that
He really was a prop.
could he have done that without Scottie Pippen?
Probably not, but
The Last Dance?
Well, his career would it have panned out the same way if it wasn't for Pippen being on
Yes.
this team?
No.
Yes.
No.
Stop.
No.
Stop,
If you
bro.
take Pippen away, how many rings you think Jordan can get?
6.
If you could replace him,
6.
It's possible you could have 4.
6.
3.
He get the same rings,
No, he
bro.
don't.
Listen, I've been saying that, and everybody
no,
saying
the thing is this
saying-
though.
he
How
saying
many
take away.
rings do Pippen get without Mike?
none.
Zero.
Time out. I'm glad you said that, fam. Right? Right?
that's a good point.
If we take Mike away from Pippen, we not even talking about Pippen right
That's not
now.
true.
We're not.
We
We're
not.
man.
That's not true.
Pippen
Still
is-
was
Bro,
Fucking who is he in today's drink?
man, Pippen is depressed, man. Even today, look.
But
How
Pippen's
many-
still a good player.
He like
A good
Iguodala.
player.
Pippen is Iguodala.
No.
He's a good player,
He's way better than Iguodala.
bro. We
Don't disrespect that boy.
Bro, Pippen wouldn't be top 50 if he didn't have Mike. I'll get back to that.
Wait a minute, you think Iguodala better?
No, I'm saying Pippen would not been top
Iguodala.
50 if he didn't have Mike, bro.
I'm not going to debate that, but he better than what my man Fame talking about Iguodala.
Yeah, he better than Iguodala.
He
but
is the 90s version
So
of
if you just
Iguodala.
substituted
Jimmy
Scottie
Butler.
Pippen, I'm just throwing a random player, deadlift shrimp, he would have been able to get some
No.
yes,
Fuck no.
bro,
Fuck no.
Listen.
This boy is a Scotty hater.
Can I keep it a C note with you?
Keep it a C note.
Listen, Scottie Pippen, everybody give Scottie Pippen props. Scottie Pippen actually took away from Michael Jordan's greatness.
How?
Because by Scottie being on the team, Jordan is the only player ever won scoring title and defensive player of the year the same year.
Okay.
When Scottie was there, it gave Jordan a time to relax on defense. It gave somebody else a chance that you bring the ball up. Like, I remember when we was in school, when we be in middle school, and everybody come up for the ball and inbound the ball. And I remember my coach one day said, shout out Coach Ron. He said, you don't have to run back to get the ball. We're going to bring the ball down and it's going to go to you. So you see what I'm saying? Michael Jordan used Pippen like that. Without Pippen, Jordan could have averaged more assists. He could have averaged more steals. He could have averaged more block shots.
I don't know about all that.
Listen,
Without
Pippen.
I don't know about all that.
Jordan was great at blocking shots.
Pippen
First of
made
all,
Jordan's job easy on
he
defense.
made it easier, but what I'm saying, as good as Jordan was and as competitive as he was, we would be talking about Jordan even greater right now if he averaged 3 more assists and if he stuck the best player on the team every night for 48 minutes. We would be talking about him on another level. Scottie,
level.
Yeah, he is the level.
It can go to a further level because some people get goofy and put LeBron up there with MJ.
That's these young
That's
niggas that
fair,
ain't never
though.
watched.
It's not
fair.
just the young niggas.
All right. So do you think Pippen is hating when he told this in the article that Michael Jordan was determined to prove he was still larger than LeBron by releasing The Last Dance?
Now,
Even by his stating that.
Let me say this.
Is that
I
hate?
believe hate is only when you're not telling
Was
the
that
truth.
even worthy as being even said though?
If that's the truth, then it ain't hate in my opinion. As long as it's the truth. If you lying or you bullshitting, then I feel like it's hate.
Man, all these it gotta be hate, bro.
Not if it's the truth.
Bro, these new niggas know what's up. Everybody know what's up with Mike, man.
Oh yeah, Mike, like you said, competitive. He always wanted to be the number one.
Bro, Scottie Pippen is ungrateful, man. He ungrateful. He the little nigga that you clean up. He the little nigga that you clean up in the hood, put a couple dollars in his pocket, nobody knew him. His name start popping and shit for a couple years. And then when you leave and he becomes nothing again, he blame everything
what kind
on
of
you.
stats would Pippen have though if he didn't have
Pippen
Jordan?
showed
He
what
wouldn't
kind of stats he
wouldn't
had when Mike wasn't there.
Exactly. He had
On
nice
Portland,
stats.
right?
Yeah.
No.
How many
when the
rings?
Bulls when he,
No, but when Mike left, he went to Portland, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, this,
How many rings did he get on
No.
Portland?
We not talking about the Rams.
No,
We
I'm just
talking
saying.
about
We
he
talking
played
about
on the
Pippen.
Bulls when Mike left.
But
He
early-
led the team in every category.
yeah, except for they didn't win nothing.
They went to the
right?
playoffs.
It don't matter. That he might have been a playoff boy, but that nigga, come on, man.
He the king of the role players.
Bro, yes, that's what he said. But listen. Today's NBA is like right here. Everybody right here. Back then it was Mike right here and everybody else, bro. Mike could have played with you in one of them chips, bro. I'm gonna keep it a C note with
First
you.
and foremost,
Say some fly stuff.
don't disrespect my game because if he would have won with me, it'd have been courtesy of me.
Action. He's activated. He is activated.
But all I'm saying is don't disrespect Scotty.
What I'm saying
Mike
that-
couldn't have got all that done with Scotty.
Bro,
Think about who else was on that team. A bunch of
Who?
below average niggas on that team.
Steve
besides-
Kerr had the highest 3-point shooter in the league.
Yeah,
Three-point
listen,
percentage
if
in the
you
league
take the
at that
least
time.
amount of fucking trades and if you take 10 and make fucking
Just
4 or
if
5,
when I pass
shit
it
gonna
and
be
you
nice.
make them
bro, listen. Again.
higher than Pippen.
Again. If
Pippen
you-
taking way more shots.
Bro, if you take Pippen off that team, Steve Kerr gets about 4 more shots a game, bro.
And he's still gonna average the same amount of points.
No, he not. No, he not. Not when everybody trying to triple
All right,
team Mike.
listen, do this. Look at everybody who played around Mike. Look at their stats when they didn't play with Mike. They shit is worse.
Okay.
They wasn't shit. Is my point.
Yes, Mike. That's what I'm saying. Mike made her. That's why I said Scottie ungrateful. You don't hear Luke Longley or none of them other niggas that won chips on the strip.
Because they not trying to stay relevant. Scottie is.
Man, listen.
I ain't want to say it, but I don't think he would be saying none of that if he was doing interviews for free. Yeah, man.
I don't know, man.
He trying to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
he say some bullshit. Here go, come pull up.
Look, and just like he seen LeBron put that show, that documentary out that stay relevant and let the youngins know, he trying to use Mike's name to sell a book and stay relevant.
I think he's still better.
He do got a book out.
Yeah,
all that
that's
shit
why
makes sense now.
Now, do you think?
Nigga trying to ride Mike Wave, man. Even
That shit
all
right
these
there
years,
is
man.
an assumption.
So
He can't prove that. You can't
Exactly.
prove
What?
the shit he
was
said.
determined to prove that he was still larger than LeBron by releasing that Last Dance.
Like he's saying the reason he put Last Dance out was just shit
He
on
didn't
LeBron.
need to do that because
Let the world
in my
know
opinion, he's
again.
still larger than LeBron.
Listen.
But that ain't fact though. He
Yeah,
can't
that's
prove
what I'm
what Mike's intentions was on putting that John out.
Nah. You
Yeah,
can't.
man. He's a hater for that.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you, Scotty. Michael Jordan sneakers still sell more than any sneaker from any athlete even playing right now. So he didn't need no documentary to let everybody know that he's relevant or he's better than LeBron James. You're just a hater. Stop being a hater because you wouldn't be top 50 without
So
him.
you think he's just being better?
He is. He's
Yeah, he
ungrateful.
definitely- He sound like a scoring
Wait, do you think he's still bitter about that contract? Is that what it is?
No, because he got paid later on down the line.
He might be bitter about them book sales.
Yeah.
That's what he
He
might
just
Is
bitter.
he bitter about Future? My bad.
He bitter about a little bit of everything. Like ain't nothing.
Scottie trying to do numbers.
Future
That's all.
took
He
his
trying to
bitch.
keep his name.
Yeah, Future took his jump, man. Scotty been having a rough one, man. So you know,
Yeah, damn,
you know, Scotty. When
Yeah,
he's
Scotty was
always-
better than Mike, man.
Yeah. Action. You got any more quotes, bro?
No. I mean, they all around the same thing. Just saying that he
That-
used that Last Dance to promote himself and
I
to
know
outshine
Scottie
LeBron.
because at one point he said LeBron was better than Mike. Then he switched it, said Mike was better than LeBron. So he don't know what the.
But
fuck
he
talking
also, in most of those articles, is saying that he felt undervalued and he was just being used as a prop.
He
A
was.
prop.
He was a
Right.
You
On
the
that
best.
team, he was
Listen,
prop.
you the best prop, Scotty. You know what I mean?
Ever.
When it come to props, you the shit. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody got shit on you.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's
Take
fuck-
that. Walk with that.
That nigga, man.
Is Scottie a top 10 small forward of all time?
Yes.
Small
Yes.
forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he top 10 small forward.
10 of them.
Yeah, he top 10.
Yeah, it got be because I can't really think of no other motherfuckers.
Yeah, he top 10.
LeBron is small forward, right?
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, he top 10.
He better than. That's who he is. He's today's Rudy Gay. That's who Scotty is.
Oh, shit.
No. Ain't even close.
Yeah, he did. He rude.
Yeah.
He Rudy Gay.
Rudy-
You bangle some shit.
Rudy reminded me of Dwight
defense
Howard. Not
ball.
in his gameplay, but well, I thought he had I thought he had a high ceiling,
Who,
and I
Rudy Gay?
expected more out of Rudy.
But
His
Rudy
career.
Gay, now, he wasn't a killer at UConn. He disappeared when the game was
He
going
disappeared.
on.
Yep.
So, you know, that's always been the case. So,
But you put Rudy next to Mike, they get rings.
They would have.
Yeah.
anybody would
Because anybody don't play both ends of the court like
Bro,
Scottie did.
anybody would
No, you
listen.
don't.
Listen,
No,
time
fuck,
out.
You don't.
Time out.
If that's the case, why Mike ain't win the ring every
Time
fucking
out.
year?
Time out. Before the Last Dance, right? How many stories did you hear of niggas that was just intimidated, scared to say anything to Mike before the game? Because they don't want to rub him the wrong way.
Scared
Come on,
ass
man.
niggas. What the fuck they got to do?
That was half the league, bro.
So
Nothing-
how
man.
Mike and them lose in playoff games and shit like that? Everybody was scared of Mike.
Yeah, because listen, Michael Jordan, when he came into the league, he was the best player from the gun boss. But he had to get over that hump. He had to learn how to win. Like when you first a young boy, I was just saying, when you first a young boy and you start getting picked on the big court, and you running with the old heads, they not gonna pass you the ball. They want you to do all the hustling, play all the defense, And the old heads, well, now I don't know about now, but back in the day when we was young boys, old heads don't pass you the rap.
You want to know a fun fact about MJ?
Huh?
I was about to say, you want to know a crazy fun fact about MJ though?
Did we?
On the
black top?
Yeah, on the black top.
We might
I
have.
think we always played each other. Not played. I want to say stuck each other, but pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like every time we matched up,
Yeah.
I had to play this ball.
You know, I was up there winning chips.
Yo, but did you know MJ won the scoring title 10 out of his first 11 seasons in the NBA? Out of his first 11 seasons, he won the scoring title 10 of them. And the only year he did not win it was his rookie year. And that's when he was in third, and that was like 28.4, I think.
Yeah, that's why I said he was the best player, but he wasn't on the best team. He didn't know how to win.
He was a killer.
For me, it's like with Mike, you ain't gotta prove he the best. You just gotta prove somebody better. Like it's just stink.
Right.
Like he him. So when you come say somebody better, we need to prove. And ain't nobody.
Right. That's how I.
There ain't nothing you can say. Or
That's
do
how.
to prove
That's how.
everybody better.
And I hate to be the dead horse and all that, and no pun intended, but. Again, I've always said, and I will say it again, I don't even know how we talking about LeBron and Mike when LeBron ain't better than Kobe.
Yeah, I don't know. I skipped over
I
Kobe.
agree.
It's because everybody got Kobe and Mike is like.
Nah, it don't matter though.
man.
Just as
They don't even say Kobe name. They
No,
say
a
LeBron
lot of
and Mike.
people be mad at me. I'm not. I'll go a little bit further. I'm taking Bird over Bron.
Me too.
Sorry.
Me too. I'm taking Bird, but
I think Bird is the best small forward ever.
really,
Yeah.
you think
Larry
that?
The
Bird.
best small forward? Yeah.
I can almost.
You think that?
I can almost. Yeah, I was.
Time out.
Yeah,
Time out.
That's a good thought.
Time out.
Yeah.
Vito.
Go with
Hell
LeBron.
yeah.
Vito, you're telling me. Listen, I agree with
I
you,
could-
but
I was about
I've
to say,
never heard you
Yeah.
pay homage to anybody from the 80s but Charles Barkley.
Yo, are you crazy? You ain't never hear me say that before about Bird? He was on my list of each position to take
I
out.
listen.
Bird
I'm
was
just,
the man.
Yes,
For
he's
the
my number
record,
one.
I like Brown over Bird.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking Brown over Bird.
Is there a reason?
I'd rather have Brown. Like Bird, nice, you know what I mean? But ain't nobody. You was only comparing Bird to Mike before Brian came. Yeah, man. It was like he wasn't in the conversation up there with Mike.
Who, Bird?
Bird.
Yeah, like
Yes, he was.
that's what I'm saying. Before LeBron came. Yeah, man. You don't hear him now.
I
you
see
don't
what
hear
you're saying.
like
You
he's
saying
not.
Brown pushed him out the way.
Yeah, like you don't when you talk about the great, like we said, Kobe, Bryant, Mike. You don't hear like in that category. Yeah, I mean when
that's because like I be saying, I think
with errors though.
yeah, not just eras. The media be trying
but
to
that's
sell
all
us
the
people.
eras though.
Like,
Yeah, but think about it. Most people they trying to appeal to the younger crowd. So a lot of these young boys don't know nothing about Bird.
Right. You really gotta be a student of the game right now to like really watch film and know Bird. Like the average youngin nowadays, like in their 20s, they not gonna put Bird up.
All right,
there.
just to answer this real quick. Well, I mean, you know that Jordan had that killer instinct in him, right?
Right.
Does Bird have it in him?
Absolutely.
Bird was socking niggas.
Does LeBron have it in him?
At
Yeah.
times.
No.
At
Okay.
times. Sometimes
All right.
he doesn't.
Man, I watched
there.
Brown go down there, miss, get his own rebound, tear it up.
I watched
again,
Brown
all
score
type
29 straight
shit.
points in the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit. So he got it sometimes.
Something, yeah, it's not consistent. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Who got more rings? Bird?
Out of him
How
and
many
Brown.
How many Brown
Yeah.
got? 4?
Yeah, 4,
Bird got
including
Nah,
COVID joint.
Brown got 4.
I think Bird got
The
3.
Disney drink.
I don't know.
I think Bird got like 3.
I don't care
2 or
about.
3.
I don't care about the rings because I don't listen. Listen, I was talking to John before y'all got here, and the same old head comparison we doing
He
right.
won 3 chips.
Who that?
Bird, right?
Yeah.
Bird.
Listen,
Brian got him.
let me tell you a story. When we used to hoop, I say like 97, 98, when I used to play basketball like that every day. The playground we used to play at was called Tui's. It was like right off of Front and Burks. And they had one full court, and on the other side was the full court, but one of the courts was messed up. So if you couldn't get on the full court, you had to play rough house and, 2-on-2 half court. But it was always old heads on full court. We was young boys now. I would get all the young boys. I would get winners, get all the young boys together. Even if they couldn't play ball, shout out my nigga Willie, shout out Drew, Ice Pick, Lil Oscar, and Semi. Well, I would get all of them on the team, even though we couldn't compete. I'd be like, F that. We go on the court and we go at the old heads. Every time, because we was competitive. And it's like, I'm just saying all that to say this, like, LeBron got more rings, but the way he got his rings, I don't respect it. So that's one, when you always say I value rings, he's one guy. I don't care how many rings he got. Like, I will never value his rings because of the way he got them.
I don't give a fuck how you get your rings.
It still shine.
How did he get them?
He drafted the best players on the team.
He was the best GM in the league them years that he got them rings.
I'm just saying, I don't care how you get your rings.
Better teams than his team. Though.
Your game shows how good you are. Not how many rings.
He ain't always had the best team in the league.
He didn't, but he always does the best recruiting every offseason.
When he won them chips, he's always had the best players.
He went to Miami.
Yeah, he had the best team.
He had the best team in Miami.
They did. Then when he went back to Cleveland, they ain't had the best team.
They was up there though.
Yeah, they were, but they Golden State had the best team.
Yeah, Golden State had, but I'm saying they had the best team in the Eastern Conference. So I respect LeBron. I respect the rings LeBron didn't win more than the ones he won. The one he won in Cleveland, when you talk about he scored all them points against Detroit, I respect that. No,
he ain't win that. They ain't win that yet.
I said the ones he didn't win.
Okay.
I respect that one, and I respect the one where everybody got hurt their first year in Cleveland and Stephen won it because he hooped out that year with nobody. But them and like I said, he didn't win either one of them. I respect them more than the rings he did win.
It's just like the fact that for 8 years, how many other years it just was. We know we going to see Brown in the chip. That gotta say something.
Yeah, but it's not on the strength of Brian.
No, it do be on the strength of Brian.
Any
team he go to, pretty much you can count on.
But was Brian coachable though? How many coaches did Brian really go through? And
he went through a lot. But
he got a few coaches out of there.
He's the coach. That's why.
He's the GM.
This is why I say that though, because again, when I said Orlando had that loaded team, Cleveland and them was number 1 seed. Them years they was number 1 seed, and when it came playoff times, everybody wanted to play Cleveland because they knew LeBron and them was trash. They knew their team was trash, bro.
But that
shit changed when he wanted to play with. They didn't want to play when he played with Wade and them.
That says how good LeBron is, though. For that team to be trash and they still be number 1 seed.
Regular season, because regular season don't mean nothing.
All I'm saying is if you go to a game and you don't know how much either player had, and you're not going off sets, you're going off strictly by game, you know who better. You know, if both niggas got 40, you just see who done it better. That's who you say the better player. I don't give a fuck how many rings, how many scoring titles you got.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. To me, LeBron does nothing spectacular to make me put him up there. Not one thing.
What you mean, up where?
Like as top anything. Top 2, top 3, top 5.
Wait, he's not in your top 5 small forwards or what?
Oh yeah, top 5 small forwards. Yeah, he's top 5 small forwards.
It ain't really much nobody can say to make me eat Chinese food. So I'm with you. I mean, I just don't like Chinese food. Right. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Like, you don't like Brian.
Right. No.
He really don't like Brian.
That's what I'm getting.
Or Scottie.
Nah, I just don't like when people overvalue people. Like,
no, you can't. You are undervaluing this ball.
Yeah, it ain't. It's like it's hard It's hard to talk down on LeBron and still be keeping it a beam. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, he like a Swiss Army knife. He give you everything.
Yes, but I'm glad you said Swiss Army knife because NBA term Swiss Army knife is somebody that does a little bit of everything. They don't do nothing great, like I just said, but they do a little bit of everything. Ain't that what a Swiss Army knife does?
Yeah, but he
right.
does.
He does
that
nothing
better
great.
than all them other dudes.
Yes, he does a lot of good things. He does nothing great.
He brings
No, that pass when he hit the.
All right.
That was a great drum.
And before we switch off of sports, Fame, since you're our guest, what's your ball team out there right now?
Sixers.
Sixers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from Philly. Like I'm not the game on, sit in the crib, watch the game boy. I'm the YouTube highlight. YouTube, you know what I mean? See all the points and shit.
So that explains why you a LeBron ball then.
No, I'm really
just
not
like
right from the
that was a good one.
My joint is Brian over Bird. That's where we bought that from.
So you seen more of Brian than you
I
see
see
Bird.
Bird. Like I said before, Bird was socking niggas. I wouldn't know that if I wasn't YouTubing Bird.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I see
Brian
Bird and I see Brian. The thing with Brian is he black. And and he like, you know what I mean? He really better than to me.
Let's play Jon theme music. I'm black, y'all.
And while we on the favorite teams, you know I'm a Sixers fan, and I see Brown. He repping his team right now. That's doing kind of crazy. I mean,
this ain't my team, though. Steph Curry, my favorite player in this league.
Who your team?
In this NBA?
Yeah, in this.
I don't have no team.
Oh, I thought you was a Golden State fan.
Nah, I'm a
I know
Steph Curry.
he claimed he was a Orlando fan. Now he just left them. What type of shit is that?
I ain't been a listen. This new NBA, I have no team in this.
Oh man, that sounds like a cop out.
I have no team. I've had no team in this new NBA.
The Sixers, I like Durant. Yeah, man.
Steph Curry, my favorite player, dog. Steph is my favorite.
Yeah, Steph is cheat
code. He a cheat code, all right.
Yeah.
Yo, they had to do special algorithms on 2K for Steph Curry. That's how crazy.
See, they got currently the number 1 seed, right? They only got 1 loss.
Who that?
Seattle. I mean, Golden State.
Yeah.
All right, but to get off sports a little bit, what do y'all think? I mean, y'all know how crazy it is.
Hold on. But before you get off of sports, Saturday we got the fight coming up.
Oh yeah,
Porter, Bud Crawford.
I got Crawford as long as he don't get sloppy.
Well, that's Crawford gets sloppy every.
Porter the nigga who fight crazy and shit.
Yeah. He's a street fighter.
Yeah.
He gonna lose. Might not get knocked out.
Nah, he ain't gonna get knocked down.
All I'm gonna say is, Bud, don't fight Porter the way Errol Spence fought Porter.
I agree that Bud's gonna win, but Shawn Porter, you don't think highlight to him? I mean, like he's like a little reminiscence of what's that boxer, Aaron Pryor? Because he's just like a bull guy.
I won't get in on.
No, I didn't say he was good. I didn't say he was good. I didn't say, but his fight style is
his fight style kind of like Prince Nassim, just wild shots.
Nah, but see, Prince Nassim dance. Shawn Porter is like straightforward. He's coming at you the whole fight.
I'm talking about the way he throws his punches.
Shawn Porter, he's gonna come at. He's gonna be action packed the whole time.
I got Bud too in the decision. You know what I mean? But I think Bud, I don't think he gonna come out as sloppy. I know what you're saying. Every fight he come out sloppy. I don't think he gonna be as sloppy because Spence just fought him and he wanna prove something to Spence, so he gonna try to do Porter dirty. You know what I mean? So, you know.
They ducking each other, right? Him and Spence.
That's what I feel like.
So you taking Bud then?
Yeah, I'm taking Bud all day.
Yeah, that's like
all day. Who y'all got, people? Y'all got Bud? Y'all got Porter. Let us know.
If you got Porter, you related to him.
Dang. That was hard as hell. I want to ask you a couple questions, though, Fame, before John gets to his last topic, right?
Wait, real quick, before you get into that. Right? I want to ask you something, because off air we talked about my team and shit. You said you fuck with my team.
Right.
LeBron at point guard. You don't fuck with that? You don't play LeBron at point guard on my team?
Nah.
No?
Nah, if I go up for a bigger point guard, I try to get Magic Johnson. I don't really shoot with my point guard on 2K. I just use my.
I don't think you can play.
Yeah, alright.
Cause you said Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, and he don't got no jumper like that. But I could hoop with Magic Johnson.
Alright.
But yeah, no LeBron. But let me ask you, let me ask you this though, right? As we talked about that famous corner, right?
Right.
But I wanted to ask you, where's that famous corner at? If I wanted to come through that famous corner.
The Poppy store is 21st and Seagull. It's Beans Joint.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Oh.
but how I got it, I Googled Philly Poppy store. Yeah, man, and when I was scrolling through the pictures, the blue, it just stood out the most.
Okay.
So that's what, but I ain't know it was 21st Street until niggas jumped in the comments. And they jumped in on tilt. Why this nigga using our block?
Philly.
Yeah, like,
Philly.
you know what I mean? But so it wound up being the famous quarter for real. But
Yeah. So shout out
in
to
my
that.
universe,
Right.
it's up northeast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your greatest hip hop album of all time? Because we've had a lot of debate up there.
Greatest hip hop album. Ain't no fucking greatest hip hop.
Action. Action. That sound political. What's your
It
top
ain't
joint?
political. It's
Well, what's
just
your top joint?
Which one you listen to the most?
Nah, or which one you feel the most, whatever. Like,
how. All right. Like everything saying "Ready to Die" for me.
okay.
Yeah, man. Cause that's what's coming up, and then I gotta think of what was I listening to more than what had a more influence than Ready to Die. So
Okay.
and Doggy Style, Snoop John. So them two, I don't want to say greatest ever though, cause this is just my preference. Yeah,
Right,
man.
right. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Greatest ever the year.
Right.
So, greatest hip hop group ever.
Group.
Yeah.
Stay proud. Stay proud.
You got the prop? Really?
Yeah, you fucking right. I put them up against whoever.
Okay.
Woo. NWA.
Why you say woo like that?
Yeah, whoever.
He's a smart. I always
for
say
Vito.
comments just hit that comment to these two guys because they threw the woo out there and they was tripping
Right.
over the lock. So
I put them up. They already smoked the locks. Stay proud against any group.
see, now that's where you lost me.
Who?
Against
What
any
happened?
group?
The state prop
Any
against the
group.
locks.
They smoked the
Oh,
locks.
Beans was on the locks. The other niggas was just along for the ride.
I'm on my way to Yonkers to see this pretty
Uh-huh.
talking shit on. Yeah.
Nah.
So
He said, "What you trying to kick? What old say? You trying to kick now? Just go find a cure for something."
hold on. That wasn't for the locks though, man. Let's get off this time. Listen, you said something about Snoop Doggy
Over
Style.
the jungle, brother.
Let me ask you, pick one, clip one. Doggy Style with a Chronic.
The Chronic. Clip the Chronic.
Thank
You
you.
clipping the Chronic?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Look at you.
That's all I'm
That
saying.
shit ain't nothing but a
Somebody-
compilation of writers. Like, it ain't really.
Yo, this boy said exactly the same
Look, he
I'm
feeling
just
like
saying.
his brother. Look, he happy.
No, I mean, you know, I'm.
Pick one.
And Snoop was like my top bull for a minute. Like I felt like a gangster nigga that still talk about getting bitches.
Okay.
And yeah, man, it just that's what's kind of my lane. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this one.
Yeah.
Pick one, clip one. Bone Thugs or Migos?
Clip the Migos.
Clipping the Migos. Oh, you still want you
No.
you got something to say now?
Migos
I don't
ain't
even
got
fuck when he said the
nothing.
same shit I said.
Oh yeah.
Ain't
so-
no
so-
Migos
so I don't
ain't got
fuck with him.
nothing bigger than Crossroads ever.
Yes.
Yeah, you saying bigger, but we talking
Bigger.
about better.
Bigger. What's the goal? What's the
Right.
what you doing this for?
You doing it to see how good you are. You don't go.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't doing it to sell records, are they?
No, this ain't about. They ain't. It's just
man.
the
Record
bigger-
sales don't prove how good you are.
So Crossroads was corny.
No.
I think you know that joint by heart.
I
Yeah,
do.
he do.
Crossroads
He
is
do.
so-
You don't know Bad and Bougie by
I
heart.
don't know none of them shit.
Alright, so what we talking about? What are we
But that's
talking about?
one joint
Come
though.
on, man.
The Migos
Thank
got
you, man.
more, the
I'm
Migos
just
got
saying,
more shit
That's
than
We gonna
crazy.
keep it a C though. Yeah.
Oh, we gonna keep the C note. Do the Migos got more shit than the Bone Thugs?
No.
I only can think of 2 songs from Bone Thugs.
Name
Yeah.
it. And
Matter
I'm
of fact, I'm lying. One.
Yeah.
Meet You at the Crossroads. Matter of fact, in the first of the month.
Your catalog is this small.
No,
though.
because
you
once
don't know
First of the
music.
month.
I can get lost quick.
Man,
Once you start
not
talking some bullshit, I'm
what's the
done.
jump for the love of
Yeah,
my
come on, man.
There you
They
go.
got
I
joints,
take that
man.
one. What's their
Yeah.
first joint that came out?
Thuggish Ruggish.
I fuck with
Thug
that.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
not-
joint with
we're
Big.
not against
Come
rap.
on, man.
We're against rapper.
In the
That
joint with
notorious
Thug.
times.
I fuck with that.
Come on, man.
Other than
You
that-
just named a handful of songs.
I named
bro.
what? That's 5.
Yeah.
Name some Migo joints.
Come on,
I don't know the
man.
name of none of that
Yeah,
shit.
sure.
Come on,
I just
man.
know when it come on the radio.
Come on,
It's
man.
better than that bullshit. The bone. First and foremost, this boy is grinding
It's
tone up
better,
about
but he
Bone
ain't can't
Thugs.
name nothing.
Oh.
No, that's bullshit. This boy was grinding tone up about Bone Thugs. So nobody ride around listen to this shit. Now he
I
in their
just,
pocket.
it doesn't
Come on.
matter whether I just kept it a C note. Niggas in the hood.
I'm a
what?
fan of like the original.
What you was gonna say? Niggas in the hood, what?
Niggas in my listen. Why I told him that was niggas in my hood wasn't riding around banging Bone Thugs.
So
man.
where's all this Bone Thug love coming from then? If nobody was banging it.
Because I
I
gotta
was
keep it
playing
a C note, man.
But
Damn.
where's the C note come in at? Because you say nobody was banging it, but you know all that
Because they
shit.
had a huge impact.
So how was nobody bang? How did they have an impact if nobody was
That's
banging?
like how I know
Come on.
Down, baby, your street, and
Right.
I never had a Nelly album.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay, how you feel about Nelly since you brought that up?
He was alright.
Did you feel he fucked the game up?
Yeah.
No,
Thank
I
you.
don't feel he fucked the game up.
He ain't
Do
watered
you
it down.
feel as though the game is messed up now, hip hop?
I'm a little like I'm a fan of music.
Thank
You know what I mean? So
So are you?
if we gonna stick to the hardcore rap niggas, like the you know, the Wu, the Mobb Deep, the Hove, the Beans, the Locks, if we gonna stick to that and just say that type shit is rap, then yeah, it's all fucked up. But if you just looking at niggas putting words together with like, you know, different flows and shit,
right.
it's at a peak, like it's at a point it ain't never been right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the flows and all that the niggas coming with, it's different.
Hip hop is number one.
Yeah. Listen, I don't knock today's music. I don't want to confuse it, but I'm more so on a note like John. I think it should have today's music should have a different category.
You
to
want today's music to be like the
Yeah,
type of
because
music you
it's-
came up on.
But it's not.
But it's
not the
rappers out here
same.
today.
So
that make
what
today's
kind of music did Nate Dogg make?
That's the I brought that
Nate-
same shit up too.
Nate Dogg was an R&B singer.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg was an R&B singer. He wasn't no rapper.
He was a gangster that sang R&B music.
Yeah, well,
But his album wasn't in the R&B category though.
yeah, I don't know why, but you know, he was a singer.
He is what Dirk is doing.
Exactly.
But see,
all
like,
these young niggas is doing the same shit.
but see, like Roddy
man.
Rich, I can't consider him really a rapper.
He is a rapper though.
Wait, so you consider Nate Dogg a rapper?
I don't consider Nate Dogg a rapper, but I consider Dirk and all them niggas, they're rappers, right?
Yes, but they're niggas that rap that just do something different now. Cause Dirk used to rap, or he still does rap.
No,
on
he
certain
really like
joints.
singing and shit. He's singing. He is like no, he's singing. Like you know what I mean.
So
but
where do you think it started at the singing?
the singing shit,
Yeah.
I want to go with like. See if you want, like we said, Bone. We said
Right.
Nelly. You know what I
Right.
mean? But even you know back then niggas was still dragging their words a little bit.
Yeah.
Big had jealous. I mean not He had
Mace,
player,
Mace. Yeah, Mace
hater,
had jealous.
hater. Yeah, I mean, so it's, you know, it's hard to say where it start. Like, who really made made a brand off.
Well, I
Harmonizing.
mean, when did it switch over? Let's rephrase it. When did it switch over to auto tune heavy?
I ain't even gonna go to auto tune. I'm gonna say melodies.
Yes, melodies. How about
Ja Rule, the man.
Ja Rule and 50. Yeah,
that? Ja Rule and who?
50. Yeah,
Oh, this
Ja
man
Rule
said
and
50 didn't sing.
Yeah, but
No,
you proved
50
me
song.
wrong. You did. You proved me wrong.
That nigga was singing.
You brought up some Jones that I didn't remember that was actually singing, but at the end of the day,
And you know, a lot of motherfuckers not hit the Max, but Max
Max
B.
B?
Yeah, but Max always like
Yeah.
drug his words out. You know what I mean? To where, you know, nigga might say I'm running ball. He might I'm running ball.
Right.
Yeah, but he always
All right, let me ask you two more real quick so John could get his joint off. Pause. Pick one, clip one. Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley.
I'm clipping Charles.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
You got something to say?
he just said he's sports
Tim
center.
Duncan off the
That's why.
backboard, butter baby.
Okay, last one, and I say this one for last because I listened to something you said. You said state prop against anybody.
Anybody.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Bigger impact in the city. Pick one, clip one. State property, major figures.
Nobody. Well,
pick one, clip one.
I'm clipping the Figgas.
Nah, I'm clipping property.
I'm clipping
prop.
the Figgas. When I think of the Figgas, I think of Spade, and I think of
Yeah, that's my favorite
like
rapper. Of the Figgas.
certain joints, but the prop, like we be arguing all day.
Who?
With Figgas is either Spade or Gilly. Who the best? Spade or Gilly? Spade or Gilly? Like it ain't really. With the prop is, you know, motherfucker might say crap. Motherfucker might say Chris. Might say Skin. Might say.
I don't know. I would have to give a disclaimer. I would say whatchamacallit, major figures had a bigger impact, but whatchamacallit had better talent.
They had Figgas had a bigger impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say
Philly.
major figures. Major
Philly.
Yeah.
in Philly. I said in Philly. I did say in Philly.
That's what I'm from North.
No. Listen. Listen. When state property came out, you thought major figures from the gun buzz. Major figures was the first ones that was like popping in the city.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, they was.
No, you keep forgetting about the rap ball and them.
Who?
I ain't
even. Listen. I'm glad. I'm listening. No, save that. I'm glad you said that because we just mentioned him, and you said you don't know why he don't get enough credit in the city, and then you said people don't know about him, and somebody watched the episode and told me why he don't get enough love.
Who we talking about?
We gonna get back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
It was most wanted. It was
but none of them was up there with major figures, bro.
No, not in North. But if you go to Southwest and say non-brigade,
non-brigade
or major figures, they gonna be like nah. Yeah, I mean it depends on where you was at. But yeah, that's us. And Dutch and Spade, they took the Figures to another level.
I'm talking about before that's us. I'm talking about
it was when just North.
Listen, I'm talking about when the major figure tapes was out. When the tapes. Before we knew who Beans was, them tapes was all through the city, bro.
No, it was
and
on
listen,
the Goody Mob beat when they was killing that.
All of them. And listen, this is how I know because I'm from North Philly, but I went to school in South Philly my whole life. And when I was up South Philly, before a come up show or everybody in my high school knew who Major Figures was.
And who else though? It ain't like they didn't know who Most Wanted was. Or
no, I'm talking about before niggas didn't know. Start saying I didn't start hearing about Most Wanted, and maybe because I'm from North, but I'm talking about nobody in South Philly was talking about Most Wanted or Beans or none of them until after the Cosmic Cab freestyle with the best of Beans.
I'm gonna keep it a C note.
Keep it a C note.
It was Diamond District. It was Lotto and them niggas.
Yes, them
niggas. Then it was like the Figures, but what you saying, far as they everything before they had they joined on the SEPTA bus.
Right.
Everything before that,
yes.
They wasn't bigger than the other motherfuckers who was popping at that time. But I don't want to say it because you said you want to say that for later. Yeah. You know what I mean? For something else. But they wasn't bigger than them motherfuckers. They was still like.
I feel like the Figures was bigger than everybody in the city.
Yes, I do too.
After the best of Beans. After
I'm talking about before all that. That first mixtape that dropped.
Listen, when That's Us came out, that's when a lot of people stopped messing with it.
That's when they became Hollywood.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's when they became bigger than everybody else.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? The Figures, because we talked about this, the Figures' impact was so huge. I knew who Diamond District was, but the first time I really heard a Lotto verse that I was like, damn, Lotto was hot, was on the Figures. First time I ever heard Spinach was on the Figures mixtape. First time I ever heard I Can from Off the Hook, Major Figures. Like, Major
was
Figures
talking about Lotto on a party line.
That's later though.
That's later.
That was
the party
no,
line
what I'm
later.
saying, but
The
what's
party
later? What What
The
we talking about?
party line is like
Lotto
early
younger than me,
2000s.
ain't he?
No,
Lotto
y'all
younger than
was
us,
late
ain't
on the party. The party line like 8, 9, 9. Then 2000, 2001 around there. But
we,
it was.
we was booked in 9.
Yeah. I don't know then. Yeah, I don't know about.
See,
So
I don't
can-
know what's going on then. We
But-
talking about niggas who was locked up.
Nah, I know.
They
Listen,
was Spade cousin.
listen. No. What I'm saying is, Spado and them brothers was selling out venues, bro. Shit wrapped around the corner, and I'm talking about this before they had a deal. Before you heard,
So
yeah,
like
that's
9, 8, 9, 9, 9, 7.
like 9-7, like 9. No, I say like 9. The end of 9-7, 9-8, like 9-8.
That's when 9-8 is like when Rucky had the freestyle. The
No,
fast.
that's yeah.
Yeah, that's like
that's when
9-8.
when you heard the Rucky freestyle
Listen, first
when
of
he
all,
ended
hold up,
John
time
up.
out.
That's when you first hear Mac.
No, listen, I'm from Nicetown before I moved up northeast.
Okay.
I'm from Nicetown. I went to Gillespie.
Okay.
Next door I went to Gratz for 30 days.
Right.
Like, Spado was my football coach when I played for the Nicetown Steelers.
Okay.
Like, Spade was my coach. It was a beef between Nicetown and Erie about who better, Spade or Gilly. Like, that was like niggas was fighting every day. The whole beef started because of an argument. Spade was from Nicetown, Gilly was from 18th. You know what I mean? Like, so, this is some shit. I'm
You mean
kind of...
Chris?
No.
You said Gilly.
Gilly
Yes,
and Spade.
Spade.
I'm talking about way back, like 9-8, 9-7.
Okay.
Gilly and Spade it was an argument between Nicetown niggas and Erie niggas who was
better?
who was the
Okay.
best in the figures.
Right.
And Nicetown niggas always said Spade, Erie niggas always said Gilly. And we used to fight about that shit. You know what I mean?
shit.
Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, the joints you talking about, they was floating, but far as like Power 99 and all that shit ain't happen. It ain't start happening until like Best of Beans and
it was on Best of Beans, but what I'm saying is when they went on Come Up Shop with Beans, Most Wanted, I knew who Major Figgas was. I didn't know. Yes, I didn't know who Most Wanted was. I didn't know who Beanie Siegel was. Shout out to my man Jew, and that might be part of it because my man Jew was from Nicetown. And from day one, I've always been equipped with all Major Figure stuff.
we getting to the bottom of it.
So shout out to
Let me ask you this question: was you fighting about any state property shit?
Yo, listen, Chris.
You just said you was fighting about the figures.
Like this joint is a sports kind of. It is hip hop, but Chris, like it was a squad for Nicetown called Heat Camp. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them, like Lips and Rel and all them, and that's who Chris and them thing was. Well, not even Chris, because it was really like Neef, like it was just topside Neef and a nigga named Bay Dollar, Bay. Yeah, I mean he was the originally third Young Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Until Neef, taught Chris how to rap. I don't know if y'all familiar with the story and shit, but it was Bay and Neef, and they was the hottest on top side of Nicetown, and then we had Heat, and that was the east side of Nicetown. So that's where they was at with it. Like we all knew who,
And Spado was already
Spado was already Spado.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Like they was like Spade Young Boys for real. Spade was from top side. Like I said, he was our football coach. Right. Chris played for the Steelers too. Like we all, man.
Okay.
Like this. So they wasn't in that conversation around that time yet. Yeah, man.
Oh, who y'all got? People bigger impact in Philly, Major Figures, state property. Let us know.
Did you ever have a Major Figures hoodie?
No.
How many state property shit you had? How many
state prop? Yeah, I had him a couple pairs of state property jeans.
0 of both.
You never had state property jeans? State property jeans.
I mean, because we talk about impacts.
They had this. They had the stash.
Yeah, the stash pockets, the zipper drinks, shit, and tag and all that.
Boy, what you wanted to get into before we get out of here? That was a good comeback, fam.
Yo.
I like that. That was slick. That was slick.
With all the new craziness going on in Philly, like, what do you feel with this new bill that they trying to pass where you don't need a permit to carry a firearm in the state of Pennsylvania? How do you feel about that? Like anyone can walk around without a permit.
Me being a convicted felon,
And you can open carry.
Not the convicted felons. They can't walk around, but police can't just run up on you and just ask for your permit.
Yeah.
At first, I felt like it was a dumb decision, but then I thought about it, and I talked to somebody about it, and the killings might go down because motherfuckers second guess running up on any and everybody now.
Right.
So it can go both ways. But like, what's the criteria of who can carry? Is it the same criteria as the people who can get a license?
It wouldn't
Anybody.
be anybody.
As long as you don't have no record.
So it says that in writing that anybody?
As long as you don't have a record.
Or is it the same criteria as the people who can sign up, who can get it?
Listen, they're not going to check. They're not doing background checks or nothing.
Nah, that don't even sound right.
Bro,
So that means even convicted felons can grab it.
not convicted.
So how would you know you're convicted felon? You do a background check.
right?
And that's the thing. That's why he said in that
Listen.
disclaimer, like they don't know. They just can't stop you.
Run up on you and
They
you
can't
got
stop
it.
you
And
for
you got a record. You going to jail.
You gotta go to jail first for them to, find out you got a record.
Right. So my thing is though, I say just because it's in your it's an amendment that is your right to bear arms. It should have been like this.
Nah, but see, the right to bear arms mean you can own a gun, but that don't mean you can carry it concealed.
Yeah.
Or carry it, period.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. And like I told John off the air, a lot of people don't realize that when these bills get passed and they like, oh, it's all these murders in Philly, why would they come up with this bill? Listen, people, if you don't know, let me educate you. When these bills get passed, they're not thinking about the people in the inner city. They're thinking about all these people that live in these mountains, especially the mountains where all these state prisons is at. That's what these bills is about, them folks. So the murders can be sky high, but they know them people in the mountains not killing each other. So that's why that's like that. So
And they know a lot of people's in the mountains is now moving to these inner cities, and they want to protect them too.
Right. So
I want. It might go somewhere else because I'm a borderline conspiracy theorist.
okay, we got one right here though. Let me see that, Vito.
So like,
What, this?
Yeah.
This nigga.
as far as all the killings and shit, I feel like they promoting it so much that when niggas go in a gas station and make eye contact with somebody else, they automatically in the mode where I can't get caught lagging. And they start,
Right.
yeah, man, and that's what's making shit worse.
Right.
I feel like when every time, in Philly, I'm just speaking for Philly, you log on it on your Instagram or whatever, and you see these pages, these 911 Phillies, these no guns on,
Right.
and you just see shot here, shot there, shot here. It's gonna make you automatically feel like I need a gun everywhere I go.
Right.
Yeah, man. And now you got a gun on you. Yeah, man. You go somewhere. The reason you got this gun on you is because of the shit you seeing.
Right.
So now you go somewhere that's, Philly everywhere look familiar. And man, shooting happen on 52nd Street. You on 52nd Street the next day waiting for the. I mean, it's that type shit. So you in these areas, and it ain't. It's just gonna keep growing. So the more people strap, like I always said, my next, if I throw a showcase, I'm gonna promote is gonna be no security. You know what I mean? And I feel like no security is gonna be the safest event. It's gonna be the safest jump.
Why do you say that though?
Because everybody know what's up.
Okay.
Okay, so that goes along with everybody being strapped. Everybody know what's up because they know everybody's strapped.
Yeah, but everybody know it ain't no security. Everybody strapped. It ain't like this. If you pull your gun out, it's gonna be the OK Corral in this motherfucker. And I don't got niggas being demons how everybody say niggas is demon. I think that's something being promoted to push niggas killing niggas. Like that's how I feel.
That's exactly what it is being put.
I see what he's saying. A nigga ain't gonna be so fast to pull a gun on a nigga if he knows somebody else got a gun.
Right. If
that's
he
probably
know
why the bills are trying
everybody
to
in
be
this
passed.
joint strapped, niggas ain't.
That's probably, I think that's one of the reasons why they passing this bill.
Yeah. But the only thing, how you feel about it though, John?
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I know that there's always some, for real, some demonic ways in politics that they twisted this shit up to have it backfire at black folks. I mean, it's like you said, it's not going to affect those hillbillies up in the countryside. And then this is really going to be affecting in the numbers in the black community. It is.
Yeah, so to them, we're just casualties of war.
Basically.
That's all we are.
Man, that's
and the sales of guns are going to go through the roof.
And I almost think like this is like an acceleration. Like they want to hit fast forward. Like, y'all taking too long to kill each other. Here, we're going to hit the fast forward button and do this. So every guy that don't have a record or thinks they can have a record, we're not going to stop y'all for minor stops anymore in PA.
Listen,
like, that's how they're going
to
to do it.
Son, they've been fast forwarding it all along. Like,
yeah,
as soon as COVID hit, how many people got locked up with ghost guns? Like everything was about a ghost. I got a ghost. Everybody selling like
somebody put that like niggas ain't. Niggas don't know how to put the guns together. Niggas don't know the websites. Niggas don't like this. It popped up as an ad on somebody's shit. You know what I mean? And
everybody ran with it. And look, I done seen so many stories where people done got killed or beefs done been started over, I bought a gun, it was a ghost gun, it wasn't assembled right, and now I got beef with these boys because they didn't give me my money back or whatever. But what I'm saying is, how did it become so easy to get parts to make a gun through the mail? How did it get so easy for everybody to get fentanyl in the mail? They've
been trying. Population control is a big thing, and they're trying any and every way to get it done. And when it doesn't, when it fails this way, they're gonna find another.
That's why I say I agree with y'all. I agree with that. I'm not no conspiracy theorist like y'all, but I agree with that.
Everything is built upon like they want people killing people. Yeah, I mean they want black people hating white people. Then they want black people not to feel safe around black people. Like this type shit is what's going on for real. Right. Then they gave everybody a bunch of money.
Right.
And then they put a bunch of e-pills and fake like all these like these drugs that alter niggas' emotions. Like niggas will come in here and sit and yeah, like and now they got all this extra money, buy all these extra drugs, buy all these guns. It's niggas who I know personally that never had a gun, never thought about getting a gun ever in their life until they got a stimulus.
Right.
Niggas don't got no jail record or none of that.
Now listen, since you said that, not only do I know people that went and bought their first 5 guns with their stimulus check, I knew people that never drove a day in their life and went and bought 4 cars when they got their first stimulus check. Like that shit was, it was like my man, what's his name on Dead Presidents? When he went around with God told me to give you this money. Niggas just out here shit.
Right. Yeah, that type shit. All that shit mixed together, plus the way it's being promoted. And I mean, that's why the whole city on tilt.
Right. I feel like there's a hidden agenda behind all that shit.
Right.
It's always.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
All these big major cities. I mean, Philly, Chicago, New York, Baltimore. I could keep going, especially down in the South.
New Orleans, yeah.
Right, especially down in the South.
I wanted to say, like, touching on when you was bringing up who it was going to affect, like the, it ain't going to affect the people out in the counties and shit, the white people. But, like, the difference between us and white people is our bank accounts.
Yep.
Like, that's the only difference. So, hotels, I'm gonna use this for example. Somebody die in a hotel, they pay the news not to report it because they don't want people,
press for the hotel.
Right, like nobody come book at the Marriott in this room where somebody they pay them not to. So out in the county where you got these, these upper class motherfuckers doing the shit that we do, we don't hear about it as much.
Right.
We don't, cause it's different. Like the difference between me getting caught with crack and Johnny getting caught with crack, me getting 10 years, he getting 5 years, is the money.
Ain't no doubt.
It's the money.
Ain't no doubt
like,
about it.
And the difference between blue collar crimes and our shit is when they get caught for their shit, they get $1 million fine. They get $100,000 fine. They not getting 10 years in prison. Right. They give me $100,000 fine right now. I might as well go to jail for the rest of my life. Yeah, man.
That's funny you say that. I was at the F in the receiving room where the white boy just came from the feds. Say he did what was that, a year in the feds, and he got to do like 6 more months in the state. Mm-hmm. He said, matter of fact, it might have been 6 months in the county. He said he stole over $1 million on the computer. Now imagine with how much time a nigga would do if he stole over $1 million. It wouldn't be no year and a half.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, they look at them totally.
I mean, that's like evident right in our face. Like just how they crucified Kyrie Irving as opposed to Aaron Rodgers. It's the same platform.
It's just you not going. If you look it up, you ain't really gonna find too many niggas that stole $1 million.
Yeah.
You ain't. So we ain't really got nothing to compare this shit to. We just got. Yeah, man.
Right.
That's the shit.
But niggas get way more time for way less amount of money that they stole. You could rob a nigga on the streets and not get nothing, and you'll get 10 to 20.
Right. Because you robbed him with a gun.
Not a pen. You can strong arm a nigga.
I always argue this at work, and which is sad, is that did you know that a black drug dealer averages more time than a white rapist does? And you know what the sad part about that statement is that one of those statements, one of those people didn't ask for it.
But my fault, not to cut you off. But why are we comparing black drug dealers to white rapists? Like, why are we not comparing black rapists to white rapists and see who gets more time?
Even that statistical category too. Right. Yeah,
you ain't see the white boy who raped the chick, damn near killed her and put her in a trash can, and he got 6 months of I think 6 months in jail, 6 months probation, and the judge specifically said, "I don't want to ruin the rest of his life."
No, but I just wanted to show the degree of the crime on how much time a person can get just for like a black man serving somebody something, and a white man actually taking and raping, and he getting a less this short time. I just think that's crazy.
Because that black man is getting multiple people, and when that black man do that crime, multiple people is out the way.
Yeah,
because
all of them get paid.
All them black people that he done sold to and affected, and he gonna get all this time. You just killed like 4 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, and the way they set the laws up for the drugs was for us. It was designed for us. Yeah, man. Like that type. That's why they changed the coke and crack shit.
Like when we was talking about
that's why they changed all that. But it's just from our perspective, shit look crazy. Like I just watched a fucking video earlier. I'll lie to you not. They got Americans like in Germany, their TV, the commercials, it's Americans looking homeless. They like, these Americans are dying from diabetes, dying for such and such cents a day. You can sponsor America. Like, this is what I'm saying. So how we looking at shit is from our perspective. Right. It's really like, we can't really compare with the white people shit because we ain't really live in the trailer park. Like, we don't know. Yeah, I mean, down Kensington, down Fishtown, them white boys are smoking each other. They robbing the shit out of each other about that dope and shit. Like, it's just, it ain't on our radar. Like, we know more about 29th Street than, I mean, like that type shit. It's just, we gotta keep that in mind. Like, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, man.
So, listen, before we wrap it up, I said I wanted to hold something off because I wanted to tie everything up. Again, I want to give you your roses because I seen at one point in time where it was a lot of people throwing dirt on King Ernest. And you, at one point, you stepped up, you know what I mean? And you was like, fuck what everybody else saying. Like, I got a personal relationship with this guy, you know what I mean? And he never did me like that. And a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we had an episode where we mentioned Ram Squad and you said, they don't get the recognition. So, first of all, me personally, I was talking to somebody and I told my man, I said, I don't do rats at all. Like, it's nothing personal, but I don't care if you my brother, you my cousin, you was my best friend for 40 years. If you rap, I don't deal with you. That's just point blank period. So I had a situation similar to yours where a person ratted and that person was close to me. Like, I don't want to say close, but that person was alright with me to the point where me coming around was a conflict to his homies and like he was having issues, but he dealt with me. Never did nothing wrong, was always a stand-up guy around me. This guy is Tommy Hill. You see what I'm saying? Always a stand-up guy when he was in my neighborhood and this, that, and the third. So somebody hit me and he said, people don't mention Ram Squad because Tommy told. And I was trying to say, I understand that, but people didn't mention Ram Squad before that, so we're not going to use that as an excuse. So I say that to say this, like, the way you stood up for Tommy, for King Herner,
right,
because he never did nothing to you, I was like, Tommy, at the end of the day, he never did nothing to me. It was always love, but once he told, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't. So sometimes I get judged, like, because, like, I just, the same way I put it to y'all, I put it to everybody. Like, I don't care if a nigga my brother. I don't care if I knew a nigga 40 years. If he told, I'm not messing with him. That's it. I don't look at no 6ix9ine interviews. I have not been intrigued by anything with Alpo and he just got killed, this, that, and the third. So I just wanted to get y'all perspective on it. Do y'all feel the same way entirely, somewhat, or how do y'all feel about that situation? Because that's why this person was saying Tommy and them don't get mentioned.
He wasn't getting mentioned before all that.
That's what I said.
But now what he said,
wasn't?
no, I don't recall even before the rumors of him telling. Nobody ever giving him their props. And as far as him telling, like the story to me is kind of conflicted. Did he actually tell on somebody?
I don't know. But listen, I don't know if it's because John, I want to ask you because like. You said a couple episodes ago when we talked about more money, more problems, and you said it depends on how you living. Mm-hmm. So we might all live a different way, but at the end of the day, telling is telling. I know a dude on the street don't like nobody telling, like somebody at the workplace don't like their co-worker telling.
Niggas is quick to say somebody told with no proof. Did he really tell him? Did he take the stand on somebody? Did he make a statement on somebody? That's telling. If he didn't do none of the above, how can you say he told on somebody?
I don't know, but I'm just saying as though, not just take Tommy out there just for a second.
Okay.
Anybody. How do you feel about, can you deal?
I'm not going to fuck with you if you told, but my thing is, if we know this person that told or did anything that we don't agree with strictly through music, I don't give a fuck about none of this personal shit. I only know this nigga through music. So
right, but I'm not saying 6ix9ine, and I'm talking about a personal friend.
Oh, no.
Your personal friend. You not in no street life or nothing right now, but your personal friend tell on some stuff.
It don't matter if you ain't in the street life.
That's what I'm asking y'all.
Yeah, if you're not in the street life, it don't fucking matter.
It should matter. That's why I'm asking. So how do you feel, John?
I think it shouldn't matter, but there are going to be people that are going to do it. Like, look, let me tell you this. Like, because of my job, I don't want to say what my job is. I see on the job board the type of stuff that people call in and gotta call the police for, right?
Right.
So, with that being said, I already know that culture is already put there, and the fact that we stress the fact that, right? I get mad that we even get involved in the police politics and all. No, I don't agree with that, but I also hate. Well, I don't hate, but I agree. But I'm not really as far as deep into the hood lifestyle like that to relate to that level, but I don't always like the cultural divide.
Take the hood out of it.
That's
take
why
you at your job.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but people are like, nobody like his snitchy. Now, snitch, no.
That's it.
But a snitch is a rat.
Yeah.
You snuck and
just
text
like
somebody
a snitch can get you locked up, a snitch can get you fired. So what I'm saying, a rat is a rat. So when we say rat, don't just look at it from a street.
You say John, your name John, right?
Yeah.
Yo, John over there texting. You gonna be mad as shit. Your boss come, yo.
And that person snitched on me at work. Of course, nobody likes that.
It's a tattletale. Nobody like no tattletale.
Nobody likes that.
But for me, King Erna wasn't a rat.
No, he wasn't a rat.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you know, when people was throwing dirt on his name, you stood up for him, which a lot of people won't do.
No, all right. Now I'm gonna give y'all my loyalty.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that loyalty is when somebody do something you disagree with, but you still rock with that motherfucker.
Right.
That's displaying loyalty. Just on some shit where like, no, I fuck with you, that's my bro, but it's under conditions. Like, long as he don't do this, that's my bro. So, yeah, man.
My bad.
It's certain shit like, we ain't fucking no weird motherfucker. Nobody who really sat on no stand or nothing like that. But some shit where it's like, yeah, man, like it's, we men. I mean, come from where I come from, I seen a lot of shit. It's only two things I'm really gonna cut somebody off, and that's you put me in jail or somebody I know, you put somebody in jail, and
but even
I ain't trying to get canceled.
Listen, even with that though, like my neighborhood, like I know dudes that come home that's rats. Like we seen paperwork on these guys, and they come right home, they get right back in position, and all the young boys know they rats and still grab off them.
So let me ask you a question: did you like American Gangster the movie?
It was a alright movie, but he was a rat.
At the end of the day, he was.
Yeah, he whether you told on police or not, he was a rat. He was a rat. So I just found it interesting because, like I said, Tommy never did nothing to me, and to me, Tommy always been a good dude. And you know what I mean? I even learned some shit from Tommy, but once he told, that was it.
So with every big major drug dealer, black drug dealer out there, do you think that there's always been some type of level of police involvement dealing with them?
Paying them off or like telling? Or
Yup, paying them off or having to give off some information. So,
with Tommy, he was involved with some other people too.
Yeah.
Some Sicilians.
Yeah.
So it ain't really, up to us. Like he had a lot of shit with him.
But he didn't tell on none of them guys.
Who did he tell on?
We don't know that.
Who did he tell on?
We don't know that.
Because I didn't heard the multiple stories.
Well, they say he told on his son.
How? Is you talking about when they say he was talking in the toilet?
Yes.
With the other bull, with the Sicilian bulls, it was supposed to be some information that got turned down. Like they didn't find it valuable. But
I never heard that. But I did read something where Tommy said that if I ever told on them boys, I wouldn't be here talking right now. And I believe that Tommy wouldn't have told on. But like I said, regardless, dudes from my neighborhood, they knew I was alright with Tommy. So, yeah, man, this, that, and the third. So, and when I came home from up top in 2010 and he was starting at 34th floor or 34th level or whatever it was, he actually reached out to me. But once you told, I don't, if you my dad and you tell, like, I'm not going to speak to my dad no more. That's just me.
And there's certain shit where you don't really, like a motherfucker say, you told, and your response is, what's the name told to? Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like,
so let me ask you this. I'm glad you said that, right? So let's just say, right, you coming to help me, right, for some shit. Yo, Fame, I'm out here. These three niggas trying to roll on me. You get there, I'm in the middle of the street, you come out with a gun. Mm-hmm. The cops pull up, they lock you up, right? You came for me and I said, I don't know that nigga, or, you know what I mean? I didn't tell him bring a gun. Is how you feel about shit like that? Because
for me, listen, I'm a logically driven motherfucker.
If a motherfucker tell on you, is it cool for you to tell back? Is basically what I'm saying.
No, like niggas, like I said, I'm a logically driven motherfucker. Right. So I'm thinking, like, if I do this, what's the outcome? What's gonna happen? That type shit. A emotionally driven motherfucker is sitting in the precinct like, this bitch ass nigga. Yeah, man, I came for him.
Right.
Yeah, man. So it's like you can't convince a nigga what he feel is right is wrong.
Right.
It's only what you could do in them shoes.
Right.
Me, I'm like, you gonna have to put some money on my books or something. Cause like you're not about to be out here.
But I'm saying you get locked up and you get your paperwork back, and then it says on the paperwork, yeah, Brown said, please, Fame, don't come and bring the gun like I knew you be drawn. And this, that, and the third, and you looking like, what the fuck? Brown told me to come.
Get Brown on the phone.
You know what I mean?
So for you, about some affidavits
so for you, John, Rita told on you, he wasn't really here at 10 o'clock, but he had somebody punch him for him. Now tomorrow, you know what I mean? Tomorrow Rita do some nut shit. You want to tell back on her? Is it cool to tell back on her?
I would have to go to trial, see her say that shit on the testimony stand and say that.
You can't hate rat and then be a hypocrite and rat at the same time.
Because
you can't.
Because you know sometimes they would use that tactic anyway, and that's how a lot of niggas give and snitch anyway.
Nah, but you gotta just chalk that.
No, you gotta be quiet.
No, yeah, but what I'm saying is just because Rita told on you don't mean you go back and tell on Rita.
No, you gotta stand up tall on it.
What I'm saying is even if you care for that person, you know the situation you putting yourself into. So whatever the outcome is, you have to take that.
I'm bringing my gun because I plan on shooting somebody if shit don't go the way I want it to go. I'm not going to shoot I'm not going to do nothing if I can't handle the consequences.
Right.
So that's why I'm not going to be like, but listen, you did all this extra. I told Fame not to do this. I told him not to,
And that kind of remind me of your skit where we gonna rob the nigga because he got nice clothes on.
Yeah, he was a fucking hater.
But see, and that's the crazy part. And I think about 80% of America would say no, that they don't do that. But you know why? I think that they would. They'll probably snitch to get out of that situation.
No, I sat with a nigga who said, if a nigga telling on me, I'm telling on him, and I'm a fucking gangster. And that's when I stopped calling myself a gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's no such thing
but
as it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just certain shit, like I said, you can't, once a motherfucker feel he right, you can't convince him he wrong.
That's like the nigga Orlando Anderson that supposedly killed Pop. His uncle, Keefy D. This nigga, he be on every interview.
Telling like a motherfucker.
Talking about he a gangster, but he telling on every interview. I'm like, oh yeah, the cold fucking red. Like, he on there digging.
But if nobody didn't get locked up behind this shit, is he a rat? Or is he just...
Nah, he's still telling. A rat. He's still a rat. That shit's still
even
rat.
Even if you telling on the dead, you still telling.
Yeah, that shit's still ratting, man.
Oh, he telling who killed who and they dead and shit.
Yeah, his nephew died. The boy Orlando that got stopped out. He said that
the only thing with that is the shit I see on the internet.
You can't believe everything.
I got a strong, like, the higher I got in this shit, you know what I mean, doing this little shit I do, I start meeting different people. I start learning that this shit is entertainment. Like, these niggas is getting paid.
No, it's a movie.
Well, with me working with police, right, and in the history of police, and it started with slave patrol, keep rounding up black folks, and then with this roundabout stuff. I mean, I definitely don't agree with the snitching part, but you don't think that whole snitching rat culture was pushed onto the black community for that instance alone. Because even if they do snitch, you know, if they go out, you know, they gonna get their streets going to eat them.
Yeah, just but like everybody snitched.
That's a mob thing.
Everybody snitched. That thing was big. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
It was like a mob. It was a mafia thing, and black people kind of like stole their culture.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I can get this time. I can kill 10 niggas and get off.
Like, that's where rat. You know what I mean? When you hear rat and all that shit, that was like mafia culture type shit. Yeah. And you start selling drugs. We run our block. We the boss. We the Godfather out here. Yeah. You know, it's the same. Like, that's where that shit came from. So, pushed on us, I can't really say that.
It wasn't pushed on us.
It's every level somebody telling on somebody.
Yeah, every level, every race. Snitching has no boundaries at all. You know what I mean?
Cops don't even like.
All right, well, let me ask y'all this question: for civilians, do you feel like if they call a cop somebody, is that snitching?
Is it my definition? If you a true civilian, meaning you've never indulged. Now, I don't care if you snuck and done something, but You legal citizen. You can go buy a registered gun right now before this new bill passed. Yeah, that I consider that a civilian. If you a dude that you walked off 10 years parole, but you used to be in the game or something before, nah, you not no regular civilian. You know what I mean?
Look, a civilian, right? Old head live across the street. I'm about to bust a trap. I say, nah, I don't bust a trap. Old head be snitching.
Right.
He a civilian.
Right.
It's different if I say old head a fucking rat.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
different. So
Right.
it's like it's
That's what I was trying to get to. Y'all
Yeah.
Until old head get you locked up, because when you sitting in that cell, you gonna be like, old head a fucking rat.
yeah, old head yo, go tell old head cool out, we gonna pay him. Like tell him don't
Right.
come to fucking court. What's up?
Right. Right.
But it ain't sit outside his house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't yeah, man, I don't know. But it ain't like shit get different when the motherfucker's a rat. When you really like a motherfucker just got booked,
Yeah.
You
and
involved
for
in the
him
shit, you a rat.
to just volunteer some information.
Right.
Now, old head snitching on you because you robbed him when he left the ATM. You can't really get
How
mad.
about old head robbed you and he selling bud? He a rat, right?
Yeah, old head is a rat. Old head get you booked and he sell weed.
Yeah.
He's a rat. Unless he got a
alright.
dispensary.
I just wanted to make sure we was clarifying stuff. You know what I mean?
Wait, he not because his clients is teachers and shit.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Like, to me, I don't care if you in the streets, if you in corporate America, a rat is a rat. Like, if you
Yeah.
tell somebody you're a rat.
Right,
That's
like a
just-
snitch is a snitch.
Yeah.
Like little kids. You a tattletale. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that shit is.
Yeah, so being as though you said that before we close out, do you tell your kids to tell the teacher when somebody hit them?
No.
Nah, not coach. You hit the motherfuckers back.
Okay.
No, you
That's
don't
all. That's all I've been told.
I had an issue
Hit
with
him
my
first.
baby mom because I told my son, can't nobody tell you what to do. Now, me, I'm thinking he mature enough to know, like,
Oh, he
can't nobody tell me what to do, but I still would get good grade. Like, I want to do shit with my life, but no. Like, this nigga took that and was like, can't nobody tell me what to do.
Yeah.
no, not even the
And
teacher.
then he even said, my dad told me. You know what I mean?
It's like, I'm gonna kill this nigga. Yeah. Well,
It's like, shit.
on that note, though, man, we definitely about to wrap it up. We on overtime. I'm
Oh,
sweating, and I need a refill. So, you know, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, I want to give flowers and thank you, Fame, for coming through.
It's a pleasure. you
Go
know?
ahead and plug your social medias so everybody can go ahead and follow both pages.
MuthaFNFame. MuthaFNFame on all platforms. You type it in anywhere.
Is it a 267 with it, right?
It is a 267, but if you type
Oh, alright, it's gonna
MuthaFNFame,
pop up.
yeah, that's him. That's him.
All right, and what about the
That famous corner is yeah, you type that in too. Same shit. Type in that famous corner, I'm gonna pop up on any platform.
Ain't no doubt.
Yeah,
Ain't no
man.
doubt. Well, again, I'm your boy Brown. To the left of me, I got my
Jon.
regular.
We got Vito.
We thank everybody, man. We appreciate y'all keep hitting us up with them topics and everything. I'm
Yeah.
activated. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C-note. We'll holler
Good
at
looking,
y'all.
hustling hard. Good looking Fame. Yeah.
Dog.
We out, y'all.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da.